Now on CoastTV News.
Millsboro search for a suspect. What happens next in this video that got the attention of the police? And affordable housing in Milton, the next steps for the town.
Wet roads will continue to be a problem throughout the rest of the night period.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Brandon Ferguson and welcome to CoastTV News at 11. We begin tonight with video from the Millsboro Police Department. Millsboro Police needs your help in identifying these two suspects on your screen. Officers say the individuals took a package from a home on February 11th without permission. If you recognize them, please contact Millsboro Police. And we now take a live look into Dover, and we're going to bring in our first alert chief meteorologist, Paul Williams. And Paul, we have a few interesting weather patterns developing in the next coming days.
I mean, it's like almost it seems as if the weather's like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, you know what I'm saying? Because we're looking at a warning right now. We have a red alert day for Sunday, and then we are taking a serious look at a winter storm that's already got everybody on pins and needles, possibly marching in our neck of the woods by Thursday. But let's just do things one thing at a time, okay? So first and foremost, right now we take a look outside with Dover right now, and we are holding with mainly clear skies, clear of any kind of precipitation at this present time. And now we have temperature of 39 degrees for us at this present moment. And even with that being the case for us, taking a look, we're looking for temperatures and scattered showers to continue throughout the rest of the evening hours with mostly cloudy skies. Now, we're in the 50s, so we are above freezing, and that's a good thing because when you consider all the precipitation that we have in place right now, it would be really very dicey at the very least. We do have a storm warning that's going to kick in for us because we're expecting such volatile weather off of the coast for us. And then we look at a high wind warning that's active for the all inland areas. Now, this is talking about 40 to 50 mile per hour winds on the regular for Sunday. Then we add in the potential. We already have some scattered showers for right now. We have more rain that's going to be on the way with a trough to our north and the push of warm air coming in out of the south. The air is going to become so warm that as we take a look at our expectations for Sunday, we could see some isolated thunderstorms pop off. So here's a look at our evening planner going into the overnight and early morning hours. We're looking at temperatures in the 50s and well above the norm, up to even 57 degrees by 9 o'clock. But that's actually where we're going to possibly get into that point where we could see some isolated thunderstorms pop through. And then, Brandon, we'll talk about snow following a possibility of thunderstorms on Sunday. That's why I said, ironically, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Back to you.
Thank you, Paul. And for continued coverage of this expected winter storm next week and all the wind expected for tomorrow, follow all of our radio stations, download our CoastTV News app, our First Alert weather app, and follow our updates on our social media. We are your source for this winter event. And affordable housing and workforce housing is back up for discussion in Milton next week. The town council unanimously voted to send a report to the Planning and Zoning Commission to figure out all the affordable housing to the town. And some ideas included working with nonprofit housing developers and having an informational kiosk with resources. But people CoastTV spoke with say they're on the fence about the new development, and one woman says the town needs affordable housing.
I'm against it in the sense of these taking up all the farmland, etc., just to put these mini mansions in there. I think it makes more sense to help out the local folks who live here all the time.
Milton's Planning and Zoning Commission will meet on Tuesday, February 18th at 6:30 p.m. to begin discussing the report. And now to a new scam alert from Delaware Electric Cooperative. Members are reporting fake calls and even in-person visits from scammers posing as co-op employees. The scammers claim to be discussing supply charges and even provide fake case numbers. DEC says if you receive a call or someone comes to your home, do not share any information. And to check your account directly, call DEC. On your screen now are pictures from a fire in Seaford, that the Georgetown Fire Company responded to this afternoon around 1:45. And nothing has been released on if anyone was in the home during the fire, and investigators are continuing to work with the Delaware State Fire Marshal's office to determine what exactly caused this fire. And in Millsboro, the bypass project is going to create some more closures. On your screen now is where DelDOT says from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. starting this Monday, lanes will be closed on Route 113. That lasting through Friday the 28th, and as crews install underground pipes for the North Millsboro bypass project. And those are the dates for now, but weather could impact that schedule. Maryland State Police are investigating a deadly shooting in Somerset County. Authorities responded to the location on your screen now just after 1 a.m. this morning. That's where they found a 43-year-old man with a gunshot wound. He was then taken to a local hospital where he later died. Investigators are asking locals in that area to check their security cameras from this morning between 1:10 a.m. and 1:35 a.m. And anyone with information should contact the police. In Wicomico County, 3 people are now facing animal abuse charges after deputies discovered 3 dead dogs in Salisbury. Authorities say Salisbury police were serving an arrest warrant when they found multiple dead dogs still chained up in the backyard of a home on Samuel Lane. Animal Control recovered the remains, and after an investigation, 3 people were charged with 9 accounts of animal abuse and neglect. The Wicomico County Sheriff's Office says this case remains under investigation. And playground plans are in full swing for a new one at Canal Front Park in Lewis. The replacement for the children's playground is estimated to cost $500,000, and this grant money from DENREC would fund up to $225,000 of the total cost, and the city is responsible for the rest. The children's playground was knocked down back in October, but now construction for a replacement is underway, and the city says the new playground is going to be wheelchair accessible.
I don't know if other older adults, if that's what they want to see the money invested in. It was a fully functioning playground before, but I know a lot of areas, we have friends they have kids that are very mobility hindered in some ways, and I think it would be nice to have something like that.
The city says that the one way this new playground will be more accessible is that it will have safety surfacing instead of mulch like the old one. That's one pause due to the cold weather. And there will also be a wheelchair accessible merry-go-round, and the construction is expected to be complete in the spring. And 3 Israeli hostages are on their way back to Israel after being released by Hamas as a part of the ceasefire deal between Hamas and Israel. This video, shot earlier in the day, is when Hamas ordered the 3 hostages onto a stage, and this routine was similar to the one last week, as the hostages appeared to be holding a document and a bag, and they each spoke to the crowd, and they were later led off stage and taken to Red Cross vehicles, where they made the 30-minute drive back into Israel. And on your screen now is a statement from President Trump today about the release. Trump added the support will take whatever decision Israel makes regarding today's ceasefire deadline to release all of the hostages. And Israeli authorities say Hamas is still holding about 73 hostages in Gaza, but 35 are believed to be dead. Israel has yet to respond to Trump's statement about today's ceasefire deadline. And staying with the Trump administration, officials will be going to Saudi Arabia to start peace talks between Russia and Ukraine. Sources tell NBC News that National Security Advisor Mike Waltz and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff will be making the trip to meet with Russia and Ukrainian negotiators. And President Donald Trump has said Ukrainian President Zelensky will have a seat at the table, as Zelensky says the country cannot accept any agreements without Ukraine's approval.
We can't afford to deal with more rain, but we're going to have more rain. Take a look. We've already amassed nearly an inch in most locations, and it's still falling in most areas. More on your soggy situation is indeed coming up.
And after the break, we have a full breakdown of everything that happened on Delmarva this week. We'll be back in just 60 seconds.
Change. It can be so chaotic, especially for seniors. But what is life like without change? Boring, dull, predictable, and even difficult for some seniors. Change can trigger progress, growth, flexibility, happiness, regardless of your age. Are you ready for change? If you're a senior living in Sussex County, Delaware, and need a little help, call me. If you're a senior living in Sussex County and would like to help another senior, call me. I'm Amy McDermott with Seniors Helping Seniors.
Be a part of the ultimate outdoor experience at the DSN Outdoors Expo. Join us Friday, April 25th from 3 to 8 and Saturday, April 26th from 10 to 4 at the Delaware State Fairgrounds in Harrington. Showcase your products and services to thousands of potential customers. Increase your brand awareness and reach a large audience at the DSN Outdoors Expo. For more information and to apply as a vendor today, visit WBOCEvents.com.
From a continued debate about a Rehoboth Beach dock to more closures coming to Millsboro. There was a lot this week here on the coast, and Charlie Sakaitis has a look at our week in review.
Monday, Ocean City was looking at adding signs, lots of signs, to help visitors better navigate the boardwalk and other areas.
Anything that the town can do to help visitors find the buildings that they are looking for is helpful.
The council debating new additions and even a new color scheme. Tuesday, snow hit the coast, the flurries coming down fast and furious, blanketing cities, towns, and roads in white. Wednesday, the Delaware HIV Advocacy Coalition called for new state funding to be put towards testing, prevention, and education about HIV.
I would love to have a conversation about new and novel approaches that we can take for HIV prevention in our state.
According to the Advocacy Coalition, in 2024, there was a 64% cut in federal funding for prevention programs and a 10% increase in HIV cases. Thursday, the city of Rehoboth Beach took a look at the Grove Park Canal dock. The city says there's structural damage, and the dock just doesn't get used that much. They're looking into what it would cost to both fix it and to just get rid of it. And Friday, DelDOT announced lane closures related to the ongoing Millsboro bypass project. The agency says starting Monday, February 17th, there will be intermittent nighttime lane closures on Route 113 near Oak Avenue. The closures are expected to last through February 28th. For your Week in Review, I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
Well, we're going to continue to stay rainy and windy for the weekend, and next week is looking a bit snowy as well. Your detailed forecast is coming right up.
The doctors of Delmarva Chiropractic take great pride in offering the finest, most individualized care to their patients and stay on the cutting edge of healthcare and clinical interventions. As winners of Coastal Style and Metropolitan Magazine's Best Chiropractors for 7 years in a row, Doctors Lane, Brown, and Taylor help with conditions such as back pain, sciatica, headaches, concussions, dizziness, and much more. The clinic also offers laser therapy, decompression, acupuncture, and custom orthotics. Call Delmarva Chiropractic today and take the first step toward achieving your maximum potential.
Imagine an evening of sophistication where ambiance feels like a dream. Welcome to Benvenuto's Fine Dining in the city of Livorno, where elegance meets culinary excellence. Every detail is designed to elevate your night, perfect for intimate dining or a special event, piano music, and a stunning Tuscan atmosphere. Enjoy international cuisine crafted with fresh, local ingredients, offering a symphony of flavors, each course as unique as the next. Call ahead and create your own unforgettable multi-course dining experience. Benvenuto Restaurant in Milford.
Dandelions, a bright yellow warning that now is the time for prevention because crabgrass and clover aren't far behind. Hillside Lawn Service has been making lawns around the Chesapeake healthier and weed-free for nearly 30 years. From soil to trees, grass and weeds, Hillside's certified agronomists test your soil, apply exactly what it needs and nothing it doesn't. Their high-efficiency formulas help protect our waterways. Switch to Hillside now and get $25 off their annual maintenance program. Call Hillside Lawn Service for your free assessment.
Hi, I'm Chris Adams, owner of Mattress Peddlers, your local family-owned starter mattress retailer. Did you know there are multiple types of adjustable bases to choose from? And they're not just for hospitals and grandparents, but for hard-working folks too. If you suffer from any of these, or if you use pillows to keep yourself comfortable at night, it's time to consider an adjustable base. Get informed, try them out, and adjust to sleep better tonight.
Mattress Peddlers. For more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
We have a couple of things of great concern. First and foremost, we have some active warnings dealing with winds and additional rain enough for Saturday. and then lasting into Sunday. And Sunday we have a first alert day, and then we're concerned about a significant snowstorm that's beginning to develop, and it's looking pretty promising to bring at the very least 6 inches of snow our way. And that's all the way on Thursday. That's just how solid the maps are looking this early. Oh, I know another one. I'm sorry, but we got to give it to you. All right, so Cambridge, we're at 43 degrees. Winds out of the north at 5. We'll stay in the 40s with partly to mostly cloudy skies, and we're looking for the rain, light to moderate, continuing throughout the rest of the evening. We are well above freezing, and that's a good thing. At least we're not dealing with freezing weather just yet. That's down the forecast road. 53 degrees right now, not only in Milton, but also in Georgetown, as well as Seaford at this time. The winds have already started picking up. 36-mile-per-hour wind gusts between 6 o'clock this evening and to where we are right now. So just between that time frame, we picked up 36, 35, and 31-mile-per-hour wind gusts throughout the Delmarva Peninsula. Rain so far, we're really closing in on about an inch of rain or a little bit more in most locations. And the rain is still falling, so technically speaking, it's still tabulating. Our official sites were at over a half an inch at the official site in Salisbury, as well as Ocean City. A couple of other small town locations where we zoom in on what's happening for us, specifically in Delaware. We've had over an inch of rain for us in Ocean City and Berlin, by the way, listed among those. I was talking about the fact that we still have some light scattered showers pushing through, and that's what we're dealing with at this present time. Had a newly issued storm warning. This is really for Sunday going into Monday. This is really giving us a hint that along the beaches, we already have a gale wind warnings in effect, generally speaking, and we're watching out for storms to blossom very quickly. Active gale wind warning from Ocean City all the way down through Chincoteague. We're watching out for 45-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Same holds true for us over towards Cambridge, Winona, as well as Smith Island and Crisfield. Then we have a high wind warning inland. Now, basically, that's the same concern we have out in the water, but in the inland area, 45 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts. Some of our models are showing that same potential as well. Pardon me. We had a trough that's to our north, warm air that's pushing in from the south. That warm air is going to serve as a trigger mechanism for the possibility of scattered showers to really become possible thunderstorms or at least heavy downpours for Sunday afternoon. Taking a look at our wind gusts, we're seeing it picking up momentum, particularly along the coast. But take a look at these future casts. By 2 o'clock Sunday, catch this now, 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon, we're looking at 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Rehoboth, 55 Georgetown, 52 in Milton. That's pretty significant. Fortunately, we'll see it die down a little bit by the time we get into the evening hours, but we're still talking about 43-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Bethany Beach. And then we stay pretty active going into lunchtime for Monday. And by Monday, it's going to be significant because it's going to be a lot colder on Monday. So dangerous winds on Sunday. Arctic air sets up on Monday, and it sets the stage for what snow we do receive on Wednesday, Thursday, sticking around for a little period of time because this time we're not going to have warm air to melt it away quickly. So overnight, we stay mild. We have great chance of rain on Sunday, Wednesday, but it's really Thursday is going to be really the day that I'm mostly concerned about with at this present time. The amount of precipitation we're expecting up to a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch in a lot of areas. Then the cold air begins to settle in going into Monday. As you can see, by we go into Wednesday or Thursday, widespread overabundance of snow. And then we have a wider view showing by 5:30. That's where we're at Wednesday evening. Thursday, this particular model is showing that this low pressure system is going to set up like a possible classic nor'easter with the backside of that storm dumping over maybe 6 inches of snow our way. 37 for tonight as we wrap up, 62 and cloudy for tomorrow, mild tomorrow but windy, and then windy and cold like all get out on Monday. Finally, here's a look at the extended forecast. I'm only calling for a yellow or alert day for Wednesday, Thursday because we're so far off. We want to get those numbers a little more solid before we start nailing down which day is going to be a red one.
Thank you, Paul. And YouTube TV now has fewer viewing options for its customers. Several Paramount Global channels, including Comedy Central and CBS, have been taken completely off of YouTube TV. This comes after the two companies weren't able to reach a new contract. YouTube TV released a statement saying it is working to reach an agreement with Paramount, and according to a statement from Paramount, YouTube TV is pushing for a deal that is, quote, unfavorable and one-sided. Now, Ozempic could reduce alcohol consumption. In the first trial of the diabetes and weight loss drug for alcohol use disorder, the study involved 48 people with signs of moderate alcohol use disorder. AUD affects nearly 30 million people in the U.S., and the study found that those taking low doses of Ozempic for 9 weeks saw greater reductions in how much alcohol they drank compared to people placed on placebo. They also saw greater reductions in cravings for alcohol. It's important to note that this is the first clinical trial, and this was relatively a small and limited in duration. After the break here on Coast TV News at 11, protest against Tesla and Elon Musk in major cities across America. But first, how the CDC is affected by federal layoffs. That's up next on Coast TV News at 11.
Clap if you love your shell house. Grace sold us our house in Marsh Island. It was just like instant, we're gonna be friends. We couldn't be happier. We instantly clicked from the second we saw our lot to having each other at our son's birthday parties. It's so comforting to have someone help you through something that can be super overwhelming. Shell is happiness and Shell's home. And Shell is friends. It's friends. I was gonna say that.
Your child deserves the best. When your child is sick, every moment counts. And the team at Tidal Health Pediatrics understands the urgency of such situations. Whether it's a sudden fever, a troubling cough, or another pediatric ailment, your child will be seen when they need it most. Schedule your child's appointment now at tidalhealth.org/findapediatrician or call 410-912-5785 because your child's health is our top priority. Tidal Health Pediatrics, compassionate care when you need it most.
Who wants to drag out a bulky vacuum? Introducing Horsepower Duck, a super compact vac with ultra-powerful suction. Clean up that mess in the kitchen, the spill on the sofa, even sawdust in the workshop. Just duck it up. The compact design can reach the tightest places, so store it in any drawer where it's always at your fingertips. You can even store it in your glove box for the ultimate car vac. The HEPA filter helps remove dust and allergens. Plus, it dumps out with ease, so it's ready to clean again. Get the Horsepower Duck hand vac for just $39.99. Order right now and we'll upgrade you to the Duck Pro package, a $30 value, yours free. You get the bendable tube, the crevice nozzle, and the soft brush nozzle, but supplies are limited, so there's a strict limit of 3 ducks per order. This may be your last chance to get yours at this low price, so don't delay. Duck it up today.
Call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckvac.com. So call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckvac.com now.
The CDC is laying off nearly 1,300 employees, which is about 10% of its workforce. And a union for federal workers called the American Federation of Government Employees has condemned the mass firing. The union released a statement saying the Trump administration has, quote, abused the probationary period to conduct a politically driven mass firing spree. And here's Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen's statement on those federal layoffs, saying in part, this is another clear example of idiocy over efficiency, and it's ultimately part of their effort to eliminate services for Americans in order to pay for tax cuts for the ultra-wealthy, unquote. And Delaware Senator Chris Coons spoke today about those federal layoffs as well, and he said this in part, quote, the speed and forcefulness of which this is being done, I think will have secondary consequences, end quote. And multiple sources say the Trump administration officials fired more than 300 staffers at the agency tasked with determinations at the National Nuclear Security Administration were part of the broader layoffs at the Energy Department. However, sources say the officials did not appear to know the agency oversaw the nation's nuclear weapons. A spokesperson for the Energy Department has disputed the number of employees who were fired, saying it was less than 50. And the acting NNSA administrator said they are rescinding the termination of probationary employees, but one source says they're not sure how many employees will be returning. And protests targeting Tesla's dealerships are continuing across the nation. The protesters are being held in support against Tesla CEO Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency. Multiple Democratic attorney generals have challenged Musk's legal authority, and now protesters are attempting to take down Tesla and its CEO. Protests have been in cities including Boston, Austin, Washington, D.C., Arlington, Portland, and more. The pushback is likely to continue as protesters in Austin said they will potentially be in another city and in the Capitol tomorrow. And the FBI has been called corrupt from Kristi Noem, who is the Secretary of Homeland Security. Noem appeared to accuse the FBI of leaking plans for an immigration raid in Los Angeles before it happened. She said that to the LA Times. She also said, quote, "The agency is so corrupt." The FBI responded to these claims, saying they're deeply irresponsible to make these allegations, and also adding there are no facts to support Noem's accusation. Wholesale inflation in the U.S. stayed high last month, signaling even higher prices could be ahead for American shoppers. The Producer Price Index measures average price changes seen by producers and manufacturers, and the index is holding its annual highest rate since February 2023, and the overall PPI was pushed higher by fast rising food and energy prices. That included a 44% jump at a wholesale level for those egg prices in January. And after the break, here on Coast TV News at 11, we have a final check on your forecast. Coast TV News.
Find your summertime style at H&H Furniture and Appliances in Pocomoke. Refresh your home with our huge in-stock selection. Ask about our prompt delivery and up to 12 months interest-free financing. Try out our full range of Serta mattresses, America's #1 mattress brand. Relax in our Lazy Boy Motion Furniture Gallery. Browse our full line of appliances like Speed Queen. And trust our professional and experienced service and installation team. Make your home a reflection of you at H&H Furniture and Appliances in Pocomoke.
After you pay your mortgage at a community bank, do you know how your dollar benefits the local economy? With a big bank, your dollar could go anywhere. But at Hebron Savings Bank, your dollar becomes a part of Fred's agriculture loan that helps him buy seed stock for the upcoming planting season, assists the Johnsons with putting an addition on their house, and benefits Mike when he gets a loan to expand his catering business.
Banking locally strengthens our entire community. Hebron Savings Bank, your hometown community bank.
Are you suffering from hair loss? Maybe you need to cut a few pounds. Ready to start dating again? Well, here at East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air, we can help you with none of that.
But what we can help you with is plumbing repairs, drain cleaning, tub and showers, water heaters, air conditioning, heat pumps, gas furnaces, and sewer and water main replacements. Stop dealing with chamois that don't work and call Delmarva's top service provider.
East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Or find us online at eastcoastplumbing247.com. Forget about it.
Get ready to run, walk, or stroll for a great cause. The 12th annual Lucky Leprechaun 5K is back in Milton on Sunday, March 9th. Start your day with a fun 5K at 11 a.m. Then stick around for the 17th annual Milton St. Patrick's Day Parade at 2. Your race supports the Milton Fire Department, the Milton Chamber of Commerce, and the Women's Club of Milton. Sign up now for just $35 or $40 on race day. Don't miss this St. Patrick's Day tradition. Coast Country Cares, sponsored by Spicer Brothers.
Celebrating Black History Month on the coast. The Rehoboth Beach Black American Film Festival is back for its 5th year, running February 21st through the 23rd at the Cinema Art Theater in Lewis. The festival will showcase award-winning films. Receptions are set to start at 6 p.m. this Friday.
Well, we take a look at our Bay Health camera in Milford. We're at 40 degrees right now, and we're going to stay with our chance of a sprinkle to light showers actually throughout portions of Milford. And we are seeing that rain continue, diminishing just ever so slightly, but we have more in the way of rain that's on the way behind it. We do have a storm warning that kicks in for us really Sunday going into Monday. Watching out for very gusty winds along the coast, along with gale wind warnings. Basically, we're bracing for 50-mile-per-hour winds along the coast. And even inland, we have high wind warnings in effect for 40-mile-per-hour winds likely for us in places like Grays Corners, Ocean Pines, as well as Fenwick Island and Ocean City. But that's also going to be indicative of very breezy conditions in Herring Landing, Millsboro, Gumboro, Selbyville, as well as Georgetown, Laurel, Seaford, and Greenwood. But here's a wider look at that rain. By the way, you keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead, Mandalis, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Red alert day for Sunday because of 55-mile-per-hour wind gust potential and over an inch of rain. Windy and cold on Monday, and then watching out for a snowstorm developing on Wednesday night and coming into fruition pretty much early Thursday morning and lasting the entire day.
Thank you, Paul, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Saturday Night Live starts right now. Have a great night.